Vikings Central Podcast. We are back. How are we doing? Today's video is sponsored by That's Badass Wood Art. Use code VC15 for 15% off your order. You see that skull sign? Oh, it's actually over here. That skull sign above the Tommy Kramer jersey. Custom wood art. Check him out. Facebook, Twitter. His name's Luis. Does an amazing job. I'll put the link in the description. Again, use code VC15 for 15% off your order at checkout. All right. We're going to do some Vikings studs and duds. The Vikings got their first preseason victory in like 5 years or something like that. The first one for sure under Kevin O'Connell. He said that in his presser. He said it was good to get it under his belt finally. So we're going to talk some studs and duds. Obviously, it's going to be a good handful of studs, but there's also a couple duds that we need to talk about as well. So we're going to start on the good. We are going to start out with some Vikings studs. All right. The easy one is J.J. McCarthy. I thought he played, 90% of the time he played damn good. Threw the ball with accuracy, was poised, was really, timed up well with his receivers. You can tell there's some chemistry there with Tristan Jackson for sure because he had 4 catches for 100 yards in that deep ball touchdown. Just made plays all over the field. J.J. used his legs. Just played really well, and obviously it's getting this Vikings fan base pretty hyped. And speaking of Tristan Jackson, I kind of got a tandem here. Tristan Jackson and Jalen Nailor. Jalen Nailor, I think, is for sure the lead for wide receiver number 3. And, of course, we say it all the time. Just stay healthy, and you're the third wide receiver. He had, I think, games at 24, 23, and 19 or something like that. So he's able to move that ball down the field. Sam Darnold gave him a couple good balls as well. So it was nice to see that connection. Then he had one of the catches from McCarthy as well. So great to see Jalen Nailor out there. Then again, Tristan Jackson was just moving the chains all day long. It was short, intermediate, and then obviously the deep ball from McCarthy as well for the 46 or 47-yard touchdown. Just really good to see. Maybe this wide receiver group is a little bit deeper than we thought, especially if Tristan Jackson and guys like Jalen Nailor. Then obviously Brandon Powell was there, and Trent Sherfield, who also caught a touchdown, really start to shine out. It's probably going to be deeper than we expected. Another stud, Bo Richter. I believe he had 2 sacks. Could have been 3, I believe. I think I'm getting this right. But the quarterback, I think, fumbled the snap or something, and then Bo kind of just touched him, and I think they called it a quarterback run. But he was garnering pressure all day, was great in run support, getting the run stops. He plays relentless. He's got a motor, and I think he's on the fast track to making this 53-man roster. You can just see it in the dude is NFL ready. Like, he's a dog. He's an animal. And it was really awesome to see. All right, so any more winners? I think Will Reichard's a winner because he hit the game-winning field goal. He did have that one that was blocked. Got to get these kinks out of the way, obviously, to continue to get better. And, I think the trajectory was a little low on that kick. And we're going to kind of talk about one of the duds as well. But, just get a little bit more velocity on the kick, just like on that game winner, right down the uprights. No question about it. Great to see. Great from a rookie kicker to see for sure. So it was really nice to see him make that kick at the end there for, again, the first Vikings victory in the preseason in quite some time. Another winner where I think people kind of said this guy might be a loser, and I don't really see it, but Walter Rouse, also another rookie. I thought he handled his own on the right side. I think he moved over to left, and he struggled a little bit more, but on the right side, he did a fantastic job protecting J.J. McCarthy. He's got really good feet, can move really well. He's athletic. He can use his hands really well, no penalties or anything like that. I think it was a great first step for Walter Rouse, again, for making this roster and being one of the backup tackles. And he's a rookie. I think down the line, if they clean some of his stuff up, he could be a starting tackle in this league. And again, I saw some people saying he was a loser, and I thought he did pretty damn well. So he's a winner in my book. All right, unfortunately, when you got studs, there's duds. One of the duds right off the bat is Jaren Hall, unfortunately. He was just really erratic yesterday, just making some weird decisions. Even like on his spike, I think they could have called that intentional grounding, to be honest with you, because he took a couple steps back like he was going to take a knee almost, and then he chucked the ball down. And if it was like a regular season, they might call that because the official went right over to Jaren and started talking to him about it. He did lead the 2-minute drive, which was good to see for the game-winning field goal. He made a couple nice throws, but other than that, like I don't know. It was just a really weird day from Jaron Hall, and hopefully he can clean some stuff up because he is fighting for that third quarterback spot. And obviously Nick Mullins knows the system like the back like the back of his hand. So it's just really if Jaron can show out and land on the practice squad again, or maybe get picked up by another team, but he just did not look good, did not play good. But again, he did lead the 2-minute drive to get the game-winning field goal. So we got to give him some credit. But other than that, I think it was 7 for 16. It was really, inefficient day from Jaron Hall. All right, another dud. Just the Vikings secondary as a whole. The Raiders kind of ripped them up, to be honest with you. There's no like resistance from the back end of that defense. Just quarterbacks. The third quarterback Brown came in and they handled it pretty well, but Minshew and O'Connell pretty much kind of ripped up that secondary, which kind of reinsures our concerns for the secondary, especially that cornerback group. And obviously we got Stephon Gilmore coming to visit, so hopefully that helps shore things up. Another veteran in that group, but it is a little bit worrisome. But we were playing a pretty vanilla style defense with Brian Flores calling the plays out there. Another dud, Michael Juergens. Unfortunately, he did okay, but he kind of got bullied around. Especially if you could rewatch that field goal kick, the dude just got plowed through and kind of allowed a wall of defenders to come in and block that field goal. He kind of got pushed around in the pass game a little bit, in the run game as well. He was decent in the pass game from what I saw, protecting the quarterback, but he did get tossed around a little bit. And the Vikings are really high on him, so I don't know if it's just first NFL game as a rookie. You just got to kind of get used to the physicality and everything like that. But I think he'll shore things up. But unfortunately, after this Raiders game, he is a dud. And again, hopefully he can improve on that. My other dud is Seth Vernon, the other punter. Ryan Wright was almost a winner on this list. I think he averaged like 57 yards a punt. But I focused on some other guys over there. But Seth Vernon, they might give him one more game, but he might have lost the job. Ryan Wright played really well, and Vernon just did not get any power behind those kicks and had a couple short kicks, one out of bounds when he was deep in our own territory. I think it was only like a 43-yard punt to try to flip the field, and he just did not do it. So Ryan Wright is definitely the leader in that group. So, but other than that, got some studs and duds there for you. I think it was a productive week one. We got some joint practice coming up with the Browns before our game with them on Saturday. So stay tuned for the Viking Central podcast. We're going to be talking it up. We got some special guests this week. There you go. There's our studs and duds. If you guys got any more, comment them below. We will see you guys in the next one. God bless.